Welcome back again for another exciting video with MTG and D&D reveals and reviews, and excited to jump into a couple of card packs we have got here. They are themed packs, and so of course one is red and one is green. These are supposed to be rare only cards, okay? Cosmic Gaming Collection. So it is by Cosmic Gaming there. You can see on the front and on the back. And so we're going to be checking these out, opening these up, and see what they're like, see if they are worth the money or not. They are about $10 a pack for 15 cards, but they're supposed to be only rares. So excited to see what's in there, see what's going on. Of course, they do have them in black, blue, they have white, and of course I got green and red are the two that I picked out. But they do have some of each color. And if I'm not mistaken, I do believe they also have one that is a variety of all the colors into one pack if you just want a themed color of rares. And I'll make sure to put those links in my description down below the video. So make sure you click those if you want to look at those, check those things out, and possibly even purchase them. They are on Amazon, and so I'll put those links on there. Of course, make sure you click the links in the description if you would, please, because I am an affiliate with Amazon, and that does help me out. Before we get started with the video too far, though, of course, like always, click that like button. Make sure to like the video. Those likes help me to be able to continue on to do what I am doing, and be able to continue to go forward to buy things, spend my money so you don't spend your money. So you can see if, hey, are these things worth me spending my money on? Are they going to really work out for me? Hey, make sure you click that subscribe button. Make sure you subscribe to MTG and D&D reveals and reviews. Subscriptions, get those in. If we get to 150 subscriptions, I will be giving away an item that I have been given or have. And so make sure you get those subscriptions in there. One way to help get more subscriptions is share the video. Let anybody and everybody you know about it. Share this link with them. Send the video to them. Forward it to them. Whether you think they have any interest in or not in Magic the Gathering or Dungeons and Dragons, send it to them anyway. Let them know about it. And maybe we'll get some more likes and some more subscriptions. And of course, don't forget to click that notification button after you click the subscribe button. And that way you don't miss out on any of the videos or any of the content that we make. All right. Let's jump into this. This is what you're here for. Not to listen to me talk, but to check out and see what we have got. So really a cool pack, or something like, I guess, super amazing about it, but it's really a nice, well put together pack. It feels like it's some good quality material they've used. Really gives it a nice feel, gives it a nice look as you want to jump in there. So we're going to jump into the green one here first. Going to cut this thing right open. It's got a nice little seal on there, which is pretty cool, pretty epic that they've got that on there. So we pop that thing open, unfold it, and see what we have got. They do have a creature and Cosmic Creature Gaming. It's got kind of a token card. Those can be really handy if you're playing with a token deck and maybe you don't have a token for specifically what you're creating. You've got one of those things. And then we've got a QR code that you can scan. Looks like go to their website and see the things that they've got. But of course, I'm going to put that link down there for you. All right, so jumping right into it, we got Spellbane Centaur, which of course is a centaur creature. Creatures you control can't be the targets of blue spells or abilities from blue sorceries. So that is a pretty cool card, especially if you're playing against a blue deck. We've got Festing Troll King. It's a Troll Noble. I actually have some of these. So this is not the first one that I've gotten, but he's got Vigilance and he's got Trample. When Feasting, Troll King enters the battlefield. If you cast it from your hand, create 3 food tokens. Sacrifice 3 food tokens. Return Feasting Troll King from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate this ability only during your turn. So that's pretty cool. So it automatically basically creates the tokens needed to bring him back out of the graveyard. So you could play him, put him down, and then if your enemy kills him, destroys him, uses an instant card or whatever, then you can right off the bat bring him back with those food tokens. We've got Moldgraph Monstrosity. I apologize. It is an insect. It has trample. When Moldgraph Monstrosity dies, exile it, then return 2 creature cards at random from your graveyard to the battlefield. So that's pretty cool. It's kind of one of those, okay, you killed my big creature. I'm still going to get something for it and get a couple different creatures back. Hatchery Spider, of course a spider, has reach. It has Undergrowth. When you cast this spell, reveal the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. You may put a green permanent card with converted mana cost X or less from among them into the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So pretty cool card there for sure. So far, a lot of great cards, a lot of great creatures that really... it's kind of one of those, like, almost punishes the enemy for killing your creature type things. I love those kind of cards. All right, we've got Bounty of Might. This is an instant. Target creature gets a 3/3 until end of turn. Another target creature gets 3/3 until end of turn. And another target creature gets 3/3 until end of turn. So, pretty cool instant card right there. Definitely can be very devastating. If you got 3 different cards out there, 3 different creatures, you slap that thing on there, and, man, you're going to deal some damage. Beastcaller Savant, an elf shaman ally. It has haste. It has tapped, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell. So pretty cool card, definitely good for mana ramping there. Excellent, of course, for a green deck. We've got Nice's Renewal, a sorcery. Search your library for up to 3 basic land cards. Put them onto the battlefield tapped. Then shuffle your library. You gain 7 life. That is a pretty intense card. Of course, it does cost 6, so you're going to pay for it. But that is a pretty excellent card. It actually go really well with the Landfall deck that I've built. Man, I can play that. Boom, 3 cards. Psh, can really add definitely a change or a turn in the tide of things going that way, because I got a lot of cards in the Landfall deck that add +1/+1s to themselves for every land you play that turn, everything like that. So pretty cool. Woodland Wonder is an element creature. It's got vigilance. It's got trample. Converge. Woodland Wanderer enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each color of mana spent to cast it. So, of course, it's a green, but if you spend multiple different colors on it, it's going to get some extra +1/+1. So right off the bat, it's going to get a +1/+1 added to it, because you're going to use green, obviously, for it. But then if you use a second color, it's going to get a +2/+2, 3 colors, so on. Cost 4, so you could use up to 4 different colors. And that is a +4/+4 right off the bat that you get to add to that. So pretty cool. Yosava Dragonclaw, a human warrior. It has trample at the beginning of combat on your turn. You may pay 1 and then either a green or red, or a green or red. If you do, gain control of target creature and opponent controls with power less than Yosava Dragonclaw's power until end of turn. Untap that creature and it gains haste until end of turn. So pretty cool. Taking control of the enemy's creatures. It's always pretty awesome, pretty irritating if you're the guy. Vile Redeemer. This is an Eldrazi creature, okay? It has Devoid. This card has no color, okay? It is a colorless card, but it does require green mana, of course, to play it. Has Flash. When you cast Vile Redeemer, you may pay 1 of any color of colorless mana. If you do, put a 1/1 colorless Eldrazi Scion creature token on the battlefield for each non-token creature that died under your control. This turn, those tokens have sacrificed this creature. Add 1 of colorless mana to your pool. That is pretty cool. That's actually not bad. That's pretty excellent. I mean, it's have to be used the right timing, but if you did, it definitely be helpful. Here we go. We got us a dragon card, Foe Razor Regent. Of course, that's flying. When Foe Razor Regent enters the battlefield, you may have it fight target creature you don't control. Whenever a creature you control fights, put a 2 +1/+1 counters on it at the beginning of the next end step. So really a pretty cool card. I am all about dragons. I'm going to have to add that to my dragon deck that I've built. All right, Swarm Shambler. This is a fungus beast. Swarm Shambler enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter, or +1/+1 counter on it. Whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it becomes the target of a spell an opponent controls, create a 1/1 green insect creature token. Pay 1 and tap, put a +1/+1 counter on Swarm Shambler. So it starts off as a 0/0, but you can definitely build it up and make that probably one crazy overpowered creature there. Feline Sovereign. This is a cat. Other cats you control get a +1/+1 and have protection from dogs. There you go. Whenever 1 or more cats you control deal combat damage to a player, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment that player controls. It says dogs beg, cats lay claim. So pretty cool cat creature there. Definitely excellent if you're playing against deck that's got some dogs in it. All right, Kazunda Mammoth, an elephant. It's got landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, Kazunda Mammoth gets a +2/+2 until end of turns. That would go really good in my landfall deck that I've got. All right, last but not least in the green one, we've got Arbor Colossus, which is a giant. It has reach, of course. You can pay 3+3 green mana, monstrosity, 3. Okay, if this creature isn't monstrous, put 3+1/+1 counters on it, and it becomes monstrous. When Arbor Colossus becomes monstrous, destroy target creature with flying an opponent controls. So that is a pretty sweet card, pretty epic. So cool. I would definitely say those are some cool cards. 15 green cards for about $10 there, so not bad. I would say pretty good value for your money if you're wanting some rare cards, and they all seem like they were pretty good, solid cards. I did not even see this on one of these cards. It actually has, the Mammoth one actually has a back to it, which is Kazunda Valley, where it's a land. Kazunda Valley enters the battlefield tapped, and you can add a green to you. So I guess you could play it as a land, and then later on, pay elephant. If you pay the land, then the elephant is only 1 regular mana and 2 green. So I guess the same thing as the front. But it's pretty cool. You can put it out there as a land card, and then when you're ready to play it, boom, make it into your elephant. So awesome. I like it. I think these are pretty good cards so far. Let's check out the red pack, see if it is as exciting as that green one. I think for the price, that's not too bad for a bunch of cards. All right. Okay. So again, we've got another token type of blank token card there on the front. Of course, another QR code there. Bloodbraid Marauder. Human Berserker. Bloodbraid Marauder can't block, okay, but does have Delirium. This spell has Cascade as long as there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard. When you cast this spell, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card that costs less. You may cast it without paying this mana cost. Put the exiled cards on the bottom of your library in a random order. Okay, so they're exiled, but they need to put it back on the bottom of your deck, so not really too bad there. Got Cascade, though, pretty cool card. Chance Encounter. This is an enchantment. I do like enchantments. Whenever you win a coin flip, put a luck counter on Chance Encounter. At the beginning of your upkeep, if Chance Encounter has 10 or more luck counters on it, you win the game. So that could definitely be pretty cool. Definitely end up winning something with that. It's pretty cool. Collaborated Blast. This is an instant. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-land card. Put the revealed cards on the bottom of your library in a random order. Then you reveal a non-land card this way. Collaborate Blast deals damage equal to that card's mana value to any target. Has Flashback, which is basically 2 more than what it normal costs there, but pretty cool. Definitely would go good with like a Cascade type of deck. Dualcaster Mage, a human wizard, has Flash. When Dualcaster Mage enters the battlefield, copy target instant or sorcery spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. That's pretty cool. So you can do a copy of your thing and use that more. Urza's Rage, I do believe. There's pretty cool. Instant card. It's got a kicker. It is 8 and 1 red mana. Pay an additional 8 and 1 mana as you cast a spell. Okay. This spell can't be countered. Urza's Rage deals 3 damage to any target. If the spell was kicked, instead it deals 10 damage to that permanent or player, and the damage can't be prevented. Wow, that could be a game changer. If you kick it, pay that extra 9 mana to play it. It's only a 3 mana card, but you pay that extra 9 mana to play it. It can't be prevented, and you do 10 damage to your enemy. You could pretty well win the game right there. That's pretty cool. I like that. Force of Rage, another instant. If it's not your turn, you may exile a red card from your hand rather than pay this spell's mana cost. Okay. Create 2 3/1 red elemental creature tokens with trample and haste. Sacrifice those tokens at the beginning of your next upkeep. So pretty cool card. Definitely one of those could be going to be used at the right time, but definitely a pretty cool card. Creepy Puppeteer. I do have one of these. A human rogue. Has haste whenever Creepy Puppeteer attacks. If you If you attacked with exactly one other creature this combat, you may have that creature's base power and toughness become 4/3 until end of turn. So in other words, you could basically just attack with two 4/3 creatures if you're attacking with one other one along with that. Perforous Intervention, a sorcery. Choose one. Create an X1 red elemental creature token with trample and haste. Sacrifice it at the beginning of your next end step. Or you can choose Perforous Intervention deals twice X damage to target creature or planeswalker. So it is a X red mana. So red mana plus however many other things you want to pay. And that's what adds to that creature up here or to the damage you're going to do. So not too bad. Pretty cool. Again, it could be a game changer if you got plenty of lands out there. Midnight Arsonist. There we go. I just can't read apparently. Vampire, okay? When Midnight Arsonist enters the battlefield, destroy up to X target artifacts without mana abilities, where X is the number of vampires you control. So definitely one that benefits being in a vampire deck. Still wouldn't be a bad card, but he definitely be, you're not going to see his full potential unless he's with a bunch of other vampires. Markov Enforcer, a vampire soldier here. Whenever Markov Enforcer or another vampire enters the battlefield under your control, Markov Enforcer fights up to one target creature an opponent controls, okay? Whenever a creature dealt damage by Markov Enforcer this turn dies, create a blood token, okay? And blood tokens, it's an artifact with a pay one, tap it, discard a card, sacrifice this artifact, and you get to draw a card. So not too bad. It is a 6/6 for 6 mana, so not a bad card. Pretty good. Arnie Broken Bra. This is a human berserker, or broken brow, excuse me. Haste, it has boast. Pay 1. You may change Arnie Broken Brow's base power to 1 plus the greatest power among other creatures you control until end of turn. Huh. That is pretty good. For only 1 mana, it could really make him quite a bit more powerful. Stormkirk Occultist is a vampire horror. It's got trample. Whenever Stormkirk Occultist deals combat damage to a player, exile the top card of your library. Until end of turn, you may play that card. It has madness. You pay 1 mana plus, or 1 colorless mana plus 1 red. If you discard this card, discard it into exile. When you do, cast it from its madness cost, or put it into your graveyard. So pretty interesting. Got some madness stuff going on. Tectonic Hellion. Of course, a Hellion creature has haste. Whenever Tectonic Hellion attacks, each player who controls the most lands sacrifices 2 lands. So that could be really useful if your opponent's got quite a few lands and you don't got as many. Boom, make them sacrifice some lands. If you've got the most lands, not really a good creature to attack with. All right, we've got Paya Nailer, a legendary creature, human artificer. When Paya Nailer enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying. Pay 1 mana plus red mana. Target artifact creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Pay 1, sacrifice an artifact. Create target creature can't block this turn. So that'd be good, especially if they got a big creature out there you don't really want blocking. Keep him from blocking. Pretty good. Ruin Grinder, the last one, artifact creature construct, has menace, so it means it can be blocked by at least 2 creatures or more. When Ruin Grinder dies, each player may discard their hand and draw 7 cards. That's not bad if you only got a couple cards. Like, hey, let's get rid of these, get some new cards. Mountain Cycling, pay 2 to discard this card. Search your library for a mountain card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. So not a bad card either. So if you're looking for some rare cards that really have some pretty good potential to them, not cheap, but definitely not expensive either. Like I said, about $10 on Amazon. You can get any colored pack you're looking for there. I'd say they're pretty cool cards. So I will definitely put the description down, or put the link, down in my description for all the different colored ones. So if you're looking for certain colors, you can get those certain colors. Check it out. Click on them. Maybe go out and buy some if it works for you. If not, stick with something else. Hey, hope you have a good evening. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good time.